This is our spiritual pathways exercise for BLC kids and families. We recommend this for parents to do together with their kids at least 10 years old. We've been telling Ezra, who's 10 now, he's old enough to start to build some prayer practices for his own prayer life and not just participate in the communal things that we do at church or with our family. And we want him to know that there are lots of options for how that could look. Keziah, who grew up in more evangelical church settings, really wants wants him to have more options because she was told that there's this kind of one-size-fits-all quiet time that was taught to her. And if you're not reading your Bible and praying a certain way, then you're doing it wrong. I want him to know that there's lots of options because I grew up more secular and more Catholic settings. And I want him to develop a personal relationship that's his own over his own connection with God and prayer life that I didn't start to develop until I was older. So that's where this resource comes in, Spiritual Pathways Exercise. What we did is the other night, the littler kids were in bed and we told Ezra to come and do an activity with us for church. He was supposed to bring a pen and then we're going to do this together. And we did the first part of this resource together, which is an inventory. It's a bunch of statements that you assign a 0, 1, a 2, or a 3 to based on how true it is for you. Keziah and I both scored what we thought for Ezra, and he did it for himself. And then we compared what we said. And it was such a fun conversation, especially when we had really different scores for a specific statement. Ezra thought he was a 1 and we thought he was a 3 or vice versa. We learned a lot about him just by, asking, what did you put for this? And then after that, based on the 3 pathways that he scored highest on, the second page here, front and back, is a list of suggestions of prayer practices to commit to for a period of time to see how they work based on the pathways that you scored highest in. So we had him pick just one prayer practice from the 7 or 8 suggestions that were there. He picked one that neither of us expected, and now we're making time for him to commit to that regularly all summer, like twice a week. He has time to himself that we protect him from the other kids and their attention, and then he gets to do it. And then at the end of the summer, we're going to ask him how it worked for him. Does it leave him feeling more secure, more sure of love in his life, more safe, more creative, less alone in times of distress, more comfortable with himself, less afraid, those kind of things, more compassion for other people. Those are the kind of things that we're looking for to see whether or not a prayer practice is working. So give this a try with your older kids. A last note, if you have littler kids around, we recommend finding some space without them around to do this with your kids. That was really helpful for us. All right, hope it helps.